Find your seats, please. So we started yesterday a review on Schoology, yes?
Yeah.
And that will close tonight at
11:59.
11:59 in the p.m. Right?
Wait, is it 59 seconds?
I don't think so. I wouldn't time it up to that. So, few things. Let's just make sure we're all set on all this. Here we go. Come on up. Connecting. I don't want the internet. All right. So think about where you're going to use your resources today. As soon as this clicks up, it's thinking. All of our computers are just a smidge off. Stephen, will you grab turn the lights off first, please? Come on, go there. All right, so the Schoology counts as a quiz score, so that's something that you definitely want to do. A couple of you had submitted yesterday, but it wasn't done, so I unsubmitted your thing, which doesn't mean you lost your work. It just means it's not submitted. So do that, yeah. It's a quiz grade. It goes into the quiz category. The quiz category is 30% of your overall grade. Cool. I'm also going to hand out a take-home test. Okay, it's a front, a back, a front, a back, and a front. So it's like 5 pages total. You know, it's 3 pages that are stapled. They're all back to back, where the very back side is blank. A lot of people might look at it going, "Oh my gosh, that's so much work." It's review. It's review for the test that we have for tomorrow, and obviously, you do well on the test. Do well on it. So, and I just need to make sure you all know this. Okay, so if we call this big green shape, your semester grade. Okay, and this is where it's so hard for students to comprehend because they think every time you do something, it should affect your grade. Okay, so let's create the homework category. Homework category is this big. It's not going to get any bigger. It's going to stay that big. So watch. I want you to watch carefully. You see the size of the box. Okay, you with me still?
Yes.
Did it get any bigger? What about now? What about now? 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 What's going to make that box get smaller?
More quiz grades and tests.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's say you forget to do a homework. Now this area here is makes your box a little smaller. Okay, and let's say you forget a few homeworks. Now it's worth less in your whole overall picture of your grade. Then let's take our test category.
Oh, gosh.
Test category is a little bit larger category. And nobody in here has gotten 100% on all the tests. So this category has a few gaps in it. And the gaps mean points you've missed on the test. And then let's talk about our quiz category. This is our quiz category. And again, our quiz category, most of the time you should be getting pretty close to the 4 out of 4s unless we have a quiz in class, and then that's worth a little bit more. Now some people say, oh, it's unfair that the Schoology quizzes are only worth 4 points and the quizzes we do in class are worth more. You're right, but I'm not changing it. Why did I not change it? Because what you do in class, I'm able to monitor. What you do on Schoology, I'm not able to monitor because you can do it outside of class. That means you're encouraged to work together. You're encouraged to talk to people. If you have tutors or parents or brothers or sisters or friends that are in the same class, do it. So your quiz category. And then all of the rest of the area is your final exam. And the final exam encompasses all of the homeworks, the quizzes, the tests, and it accounts for your semester grade. So what things you have to note is the areas don't change. Okay, the percent of the area will, because you can lessen things. But if you have all of your homework in, you've gotten everything complete 100%, 4 out of 4 on every homework, that area is as big as it's ever going to get. It's not going to get any bigger for your overall grade. Okay, and some students really find that hard. Like, my grade should, you give me a homework. Will this increase my grade? The only way that you giving me a homework increases your grade is if you have scores of less than 4 on a homework. If you have 4s all the way through, you are getting all of the points possibly available for your homework. Okay? Joe.
Is the final worth 15%?
I think it's 15%. And then after this class, it's worth 20%, I think. Don't quote me on it. I'm sorry, I don't remember. So, things to know. Now, other questions that have come my way. Mr. Stirrup, I don't understand what a relation is. Okay? A relation is basically anytime you are able to find points. X, Y values. Okay? So, is this line a relation?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Why? Because it's made up of points. Is this a relation?
Yeah.
Yes, it's made up of points. Is this a relation?
Yes.
Yes, it's made up of points. Is this a relation?
Yep.
Yes, it's made up of points. Is this a relation?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, what about this? Is this a relation?
Yeah.
That a relation?
Yeah.
So all those green things are all relations because they're made up of points. Function. A function is a special type of relation. Okay? Vertical line test touches twice. Is this a relation?
No.
No. Vertical line test touches infinite times. A relation or not?
No.
No.
You mean function?
Yeah, function. So vertical line test. Vertical line test here. Function?
Yeah.
Yep. Function here?
Yes.
Yep. Vertical line test. Function here. Vertical line test. Touches it once. This one. Looks like if I do a vertical line right there. Now. So everything we deal with in this class is a relation. Got it? It's a function if the vertical line passes. But you're like, well, what if I'm looking at my graph, or what if I'm looking at a table of stuff? Then you have to think about, is there any values that would allow your domain to repeat? Okay, your domain are your x values. If the domain repeats, it's not a function. Okay? So, pretty much all of your linear problems, so y equals mx plus b, y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1, ax plus by equals c, standard form, point slope form, slope intercept form, they're all functions. There's only one type of line that's not a function. What is it? Good. I'm glad you know your shapes. What's the only kind of line that's not a function? What's the
A line that has to, where you have to pick up your pencil to draw your line.
What's the only kind of line? Vertical. I'm not quite. You guys are. What kind of line is not a function? You guys are telling me circles, and
That's not a line.
I'm like, it's a line. It makes sense when you say, hey, okay, everybody line up, and some of you are making circles out of the line because obviously you don't understand the concept of a line. All right. So the vertical line is the only line that is not a function. That is when it's x equals a number. X equals a number is a vertical line. Vertical line has an undefined slope. How do I remember undefined and vertical go together? U and V, the first letters, are very close to each other in the alphabet, right? One's after the other. Oh, hang on. UV, yeah. WXYZ, yeah, that works. U and V, undefined, vertical, undefined, vertical. They're not a function. They are a relation. So what we're going to do is this. You have Schoology. You can work on that. Now, some of you, it was a little frustrating yesterday. Oh, I get this one. Oh, I get this one. Something called notes that you have taken, and which I've given, should guide you on a lot of stuff. What about your videos? Yes, my YouTube site is available. Well, which video? I don't know. It's probably labeled what you're looking for. If you're looking for something that is a inequality, guess what the video might be labeled? Inequality. You know, don't go to my YouTube page and find something back that was done in October of 3 years ago, because it might not be the same class. Don't look for CP Accelerated Geometry, because this is not CP Accelerated Geometry. This is CP Algebra 1. Don't look at the College Algebra 1. This isn't College Algebra. Don't look at the Prop Stats. This is not Prop Stats. Taught a lot of different classes. Okay, if you go onto my Facebook page and find Mr. Sturp's classroom on there, you will see calculus, stats, prop stats, data, just about every math class you can imagine. It was somewhere taught there. But so Schoology, and then you have the take-home test to work on. And the take-home test at the end of this video, I will have the answer key. So this video that I'm recording right now has the answer key at the end. So the final couple minutes will be the answer key. I'm not describing it. I'm just going to show my answer key to the camera. Cool?
Sounds like ramen noodles.
Joseph, you're really slow to realize that.
Well, you're ramen noodles, so no.
Sure. Test what? Yes.